Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Nat Walsh. Today we are going to play with a little bit of an older stamp set. Again, I've sped this up. I don't think my lighting, sorry about my lighting, I don't know why it's not to me it's not really the brightest, but anywho. This older stamp set is called North Star. Now it's by a company called Hello Bluebird. I've had it for a little while and never played with it, so I can't honestly guarantee you that you're going to find this stamp set, but I'm hoping that it's more of the idea. That's what I like with my videos, giving you the combinations for the Copic markers and the idea. So I've got an old Spellbinders standard circle, the small one. This is as old as the sun, but any circle dies are going to be good. So I've put it into my Misty, and I wanted the sentiment to be over the moon. This is sort of going to be a nighttime look. Now, I've never really coloured this sort of image before, so we were just playing. They could have been a lot darker. My little characters could be a lot darker than they probably should be, but creative license. It's not midnight. Let's just say that. The moon is out early maybe, but anywho, it's okay. So I've put around my moon, it is Stormy Sky. Then I've gone out with Chipped Sapphire, which is what I'm doing right now. And when you first start off with these colors, then you're going to be really, really blotchy. And you've got to add up all these, add in more colors and more colors, and then it starts to smooth out. A little bit of black soot around the edges, mostly just down the bottom, but a little bit of black soot. And I'm using my Make Art Station to just, because I'm being lazy, I have this ruler that is magnetic and a magnetic board, and we're just going to make do. So it does move around. It's not perfect, but lazy way to do it, let's just say. Remove my little moon, and he is just too bright. I mean, he might be that bright, but it just looked the wrong town. So this is where I'm actually going to be good, and I'm going to use some full stick post-it notes. I just got these down at Officeworks, and I'm going to mask off my ground. I'm making sure that I am showing a slither of the blue. You can sort of see it there. This will help me to make sure that I don't have a white line, because you always never get, when you have a mask, you always have that little white halo. It's just slightly bigger. So this is ice spruce, because I thought this would be nice and muted. And what I'm actually going to do is come back in with a little bit of forest moss, just to make it a little bit darker, just in places. Here we go. And you can see it's not very smooth, and it is what it is, because it's a ground. Grounds are not smooth, people. So I do have to say a couple of things. I've had a few people that know me personally and have commented on my videos, and I just want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. I've had a very crazy busy couple of weeks, and their comments have just been totally awesome. I'm just checking here, making sure my panel is dry, and it's where it needs to be. It's dry, so it will do. It will do, pig. It will do. I do also have to say hello to 2 people. I have to say, well, there's more than 2 people, and the other people that I spoke to last Saturday, you know who you are. Thank you very much. But I have to say hello to Donna and her mum, Dawn. So Dawn and Donna are very, very sweet, and I know Dawn loves to watch my videos with Donna. So hi, Dawn. Anywho, I'm a little bit low on the screen here, but I'm going to stamp this out. I will fix that up very shortly. And we're going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black with the sentiment that I put down, and I heat embossed it with a clear embossing powder. That was with VersaFine over the top. So it helps it to stand out a little bit. And I think in some places I pressed a little bit too hard, but we'll make do. My magnet was a little bit in the way, so we're just stamping out his nose a bit better. Now I've got this black panel that I thought would be so much better to see my colouring. So for my little bear, I thought I'd make him a little polar bear. So he is C5, C3, C1 and C00. So he's a little bit darker than what I would normally do. I said I've never really done this whole moon sort of scene to it. So I thought it would be a bit cool. Some of him, I don't know, my colouring on this is not like my shadows and everything else. I don't think are 100% great, but I'm trying to leave the light on the top. But he's still white. He's still, just grabbing my card. He's still sort of a little bit darker. I'm hoping, it's all a learning curve with these things. So I am going to cut these out. And they have I don't know whether there's matching dies, but I never got it. I can't even remember where I got this from. That's how long ago it was. But as I said, it's the idea. It's the combinations of the Copic markers that hopefully will help you. Okay? My American friends, what is this dude? I think he's a badger. But even then, some of it didn't sort of line up properly, but I'm colouring him like a badger because I was talking to my husband about a bandicoot, and it's like, no, bandicoots are very, very small and longer noses. So we think this is a badger. So let me know. We don't have, as far as I know, we don't have badgers here in Australia. Not where I am. But that's what I decided he was going to be. So we went with a grey and sort of the white, a light grey sort of over his eye and with his ear. And again, trying to do sort of the back half of him, that darker colour. Okay, so now my doorbell has stopped working. Well, it's still working, but you know what I mean. It stopped going off its nut. I ordered a book and it just arrived, so I was like, yay. Anywho, focus, Nat, focus. Okay, my little fox here, he was quite bright for a evening dusky sort of scene. So what I used was something I haven't marked down. I think it was a N3. And I put that down first to try to mute down the colours. He still looks quite bright in this, but actually in real life, he's a little bit more muted than what you can see. I will go back through the video later on and I will double check what that was because I haven't written it down and I got distracted by my book. So it's an N3 or a T3. I can't quite remember. But I just used him to mute him down. And in real life, he's a lot more muted than what you can see there. So he was YR18, YR16 and 12. And then his little tail was Y000. So YR000, YR00 and YR01. My little bunny dude, he was E29, 27, 25. So now I've cut all these out. And if you've seen quite a few of my videos before, I like to go around them with a black soot. You never go from, and I'll sort of demonstrate that very, very shortly and go, nah, don't do it. You never have the marker on the side where you've coloured. Does that make any sense? You always have the marker coming from the back. That way, if you slip, that's it there, but it was sped up. You can't really see it. That's a good one, Nat. If you slip, then you're going to end up with a marker over your image, and you don't want that. So here is my little scene. I'm just going to map him all out. There is a couple of different bunnies in the scene, and there's two little birds, and one's looking one way and the other one's looking, shock horror, the other way. But we decided, so I wanted to frame him. So we picked this one that was sort of looking off to the left. I'm going to raise him up with some mini foam dots. For my little characters, I like my foam dots for these little dudes. They're all pretty much the same level. Like the bigger ones on the left are the same pretty much as the other ones. I do put and this is where I sort of went, no, you need to take him, the little foam bits, you need to take him off. So his tail is going to be flat onto the badger. I did say badger, didn't I? Yes, a badger. And my little bear is going to be all raised up too. And I'm trying to get them sort of relatively even, but I don't mind if my bear and my little rabbit is a bit lower. But the badger and the fox, because the fox is sort of like his tail's behind him, so I wanted to make sure they were sort of standing. If you put the fox a little bit higher than when the badger is, and the tail's over the back of him, it's going to look a bit NQR. Okay. A little star cluster of stars. We're going to white emboss this. And apart from some stickles, shock horror, that is going to be my card for today. So all the information will be linked over down below, over to the blog, which will have all the Copic colors and as I said, I don't really know if this stamp set's still available, but it will all be linked over there. Oh, I forgot about my grass. My grass, for give it a little bit of shading, is just going to be BG99 and BG96. And I thought that would just be a similar colour. I'm just giving it a couple of little flicks here and there, just to put a little bit of interest rather than just a flat ground. It just looks it's just not right. Anyway, that is it for today. It will be awesome if you haven't yet subscribed to, obviously, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot. If you like the video and if you hit the little bell down the bottom next to the subscribe button, you will get notified. You can pick on what you wanted to get notified for, but you'll get notified. That's it. Take care. Bye.